I'm from Valentine, Nebraska now. Originally was from Oklahoma, but married a good Sandhills cowboy and ended up here in God's country, they say. Some days I question that with the weather, but I actually started competing when I was 4 or 5 years old at the junior rodeos in Oklahoma. It was something I was kind of born into. My grandpa was one of the original founders of the PRCA back in the 30s, and so I didn't know anything else that, other than being a school teacher and riding horses. That was all it was ever about. My main man is Worm. His registered name is Estricurita, and we raised him. His mom was a bulldogging horse that went to the NFR with Trav Cadwell in 2000, and she was had some injuries and was done with her bulldogging career and was hanging around the house. And LeAnn says, maybe we should breed her, and so the rest they say is history. I have accomplished so much with him. He's made all my dreams come true, basically. Or maybe I should credit the old gray mare for that, since she's made dreams come true for all of us for a long time. To me, is the biggest thing is knowing your horse and knowing what cues you need to give to him in the arena so that you can be a team. It is a team event, although I think probably more of it's on the horse than on me most days. But I do have to have, I do have to give him the right cues, and I do have to take care of him and make sure if there's something wrong, I have to make sure it's addressed. If he's hurt, I'm not going to compete on him. So I have to know that, and I have to know, he gives me signs when something's not right, and some days it's just something minor, but you have to be in tune with your horse and spend the time and put the hours in. There's no shortcuts. My other horse I have with me is, his name is Rockstar. His registered name is Guy's Cash Perks, and I've had him for about 2 years. And he's kind of a Worm's slave. He gets to take up the slack on the places Worm doesn't run. There are so many great places that I have been to over the years. Of course, Rodeo Houston in the NRG Stadium there with 70,000 people packed in there. There's not quite anything quite like that because of the atmosphere in that place. And of course, Thomas and Mack, how can you not count that as a favorite, because that's something that very few people get to experience. And there are no words to describe that arena. Getting to Thomas and Mack, getting to the finals was such a huge relief that you finally accomplished your goals. And the adrenaline rush that you get every night riding down that arena is, it's unbelievable, it's something that you work so hard for some people their whole lives, and they don't make it. And, just to be able to experience that, you can't describe it. There's no way. But it is, I wouldn't trade it. I'm ready to go back. My plans got changed about 10 days ago. I got a call from the Procom and said, hey, we have an open spot for the Ram Circuit Finals in Florida. Would you want to fill it? I'm like, oh yeah. So instead of heading for California, I'm actually headed to Florida first for the Ram Circuit Finals. But I do rodeo in California in the spring, and because I spend quite a bit of time out there, it's easier for me to get my count in for the circuit final. So I designate California for my circuit. Most all of my off time is still spent with my horses. I have some young ones that I'm messing with at home a little bit, and of course we help Lynn's mom and dad on the cattle ranch there, and so right now it's been pretty busy with calving season and trying to help with that and keep my horses rode and get ready to take off. And I'm a big reader. I read a lot of stuff, and now with the books on tape, I can listen to those when I drive. Nobody likes a 9-to-5 job. And to me, because it is a passion for me, it is what I've been the horse crazy kid since I stepped foot on this earth. and to me, it's self-motivation just because I enjoy it, and there's always saying, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, and that's true.